speaker today. Kim Karwal is a Rural Rehabilitation and Assistive Technology Center Support Specialist with Easter Seals, Iowa, and she supports farm family members with disabilities and provides assistive technology support statewide for children and adults with disabilities and persons with special needs. Kim received her Bachelor of Science degree from Iowa State University, and today she'll be providing an overview of how daily tasks after a brain injury can be made manageable with the help of assistive technology. Thank you all for participating today, and I will go ahead and let Kim get started. Thanks, Kim.
Thank you so much, Annie. I hope that everyone can hear me all right. I want to thank all the participants as well for attending this webinar. As Annie said, my name is Kim Karwal, and I work with Easter Seals, Iowa, with the Assistive Technology Center and the Rural Solutions Program. As you'll see the slide in front of you, or on the handout that you were provided, Easter Seals, Iowa's mission is to provide exceptional services to ensure that all people with disabilities or special needs and their families have equal opportunity to live, learn, work, and play in their communities. Easter Seals Iowa services include a vast variety in over 16 program lines that include job training and employment services, rehabilitation for adults, a child development center for children 6 weeks to 5 years, supported community living services to strengthen daily living skills, case management services, camp and respite services. The image on this slide is an image of Lake Cheerio, which is a pond located at the Camp Sunnyside location of Easter Seals. There's a beautiful bridge that extends over the top of that pond and then a tree in the forefront of that image. Of all the services that Easter Seals Iowa provides, many occur within the Des Moines metro area and surrounding counties, though there are a few programs that support statewide. Camp and respite services do serve individuals across the state of Iowa. Both services are housed at Camp Sunnyside at Easter Seals, Iowa, so many individuals travel from across the state to Camp Sunnyside to attend these events. The two programs that I work closely with, the Rural Solutions Program and the Assistive Technology Center, are also statewide programs serving in all 99 counties of Iowa. Our services are very different from other programs as we leave Des Moines and we leave Camp Sunnyside to go out into the state to support individuals with disabilities. Today I will spend the majority of my time talking about the Assistive Technology Center. As the slide advances, this service provides a variety of resources to individuals across the state, including a demonstration center, a durable medical equipment loan program, a lending library, a used equipment referral service, and information and referral. The image on this slide is of a gentleman in a manual wheelchair holding an adaptive garden device that would brace around the upper forearm and provides a grip for him to hold that device and be able to garden from the seated position that he would be in his manual wheelchair. The first piece I would like to touch on is our demonstration center. This center is housed at Camp Sunnyside at Easter Seals, Iowa, and provides an opportunity for individuals to visit and experience some various types of assistive technology. The center includes a dropped countertop kitchen, adaptive kitchen cupboards, adjustable height desk, the Amazon Alexa, so the Amazon Echo is one that was installed along with some accessories to be able to demonstrate. This image is of a portion of our demonstration center, which includes the dropped countertop kitchen. In this image is also our microwave, that is a talking microwave, and some other accessories, including large numbered clocks, the liftware on the counter, and some alert mats that when pressure is placed on them, they would sound an alarm. To continue on with the demonstration center, there are also other features that support individuals with tasks of daily living, including a barrier-free shower, a bathtub with a lift, as well as some personal care devices and home care devices. In this image is pictured a bathtub. On the outer edge of the bathtub is braced a grab bar. A handheld shower head extends from the faucet of the bathtub over a shower bench placed within the bathtub that individuals could sit on. Off to the right of this image, you are also able to see a portion of the barrier-free shower where a manual wheelchair, that would be a shower wheelchair, sits. Another program that we offer is our durable medical equipment loan. This runs solely off of donated durable medical equipment, which includes wheelchairs, walkers, shower benches, and many more. Since we run solely off of donated equipment, this equipment would come from any donor statewide and would travel to Camp Sunnyside, where our Assistive Technology Center is housed. This equipment would then be sanitized and refurbished by staff so that it is in safe and working condition to be loaned out. Application for loan includes approval from a healthcare provider to ensure that the equipment is usable and appropriate per individual that is seeking to borrow it. The applications for this are available on our website, and in just a moment I will show you the website where these can be found. The loans to Iowans with disabilities occurs with a nominal fee. You'll see in the image below, the very top item that's listed is a bathtub aqua lift, which is water controlled. And to the right, you'll see there is a one-time fee of $50. This is a one-time fee, as it states, which means the individual borrower would pay this at the beginning of the loan and then would utilize that piece of equipment as long as they need it. When they are no longer in need, we do ask that equipment is returned to Easter Seals to ensure that we can continue that reuse process. The image on this slide is of an individual utilizing a U-step walker, which is a walker with an adapted frame to allow for additional stability. This specific walker, though not pictured here, also provides a laser light on the ground below it to support the individual in placement of foot. If they are able to visually navigate where their foot should land on the ground, it may support the overall stabilization. I'm going to move on to this main page, our website. This is the Easter Seals Iowa website, and I have it open to the Assistive Technology Center. The top option of this website says Equipment Loan. When you click on this Equipment Loan bullet point, it opens up a web page that provides you with a link to the application and the equipment loan fee. So that is underneath the heading Apply for Equipment. So I'll switch back to the PowerPoint now and move on to our lending library. So the lending library is a service that is still associated with the Assistive Technology Center, but is different from the Durable Medical Equipment Loan Program. Our lending library consists of a huge variety of devices, from eating utensils to resources for recreation and devices of daily living. Up to 5 devices can be checked out for a 30-day trial period per individual. Paper applications are also available online underneath the lending library heading rather than the equipment loan. Any Iowan with a disability, family member, or a representative of an individual with a disability may borrow these 5 devices free of charge. We now have an online posting of this inventory on an AT for All web page. So this web page I'll speak about in a little bit more detail here in a moment. but I wanted to open up to demonstrate to you how these listings look for the lending library. As you'll see, I moved to items on this web page, which is located in the center, and then under programs, I clicked to the lending library. And then there are listings of these items that are available for a 30-day trial period. Under some devices, it does say for demonstration only. This occurs for devices that fall into our demonstration center category, but that we also wanted to provide individuals statewide an opportunity to know what we have in our inventory. The image on the lending library slide is of a magnifying glass that is being held over the top of a book so that you can see the magnification of the verbiage within that text through that magnifying glass. The next resource I will mention is our Used Equipment Referral Service, or UERS. This service previously existed under Iowa Compass, but transitioned to Easter Seals approximately a year ago. This is a classified ads feature that connects Iowans who are interested in selling their durable medical equipment to other Iowans who are in search of durable medical equipment. This service is also available on that AT for All webpage, but under the program of general listings. If a program is not specified and a search is initiated on this webpage, it will show you all results within both the Used Equipment Referral Service, which is the classified ads feature, and the lending library, which are the devices that we have at Easter Seals, Iowa, to loan out for 30 days. So this web page here, since I have specified general listings under program in this section that I'm circling with my mouse, will demonstrate all items that Iowans have posted for sale on their behalf. At Easter Seals, we manage this website and we may support individuals to get their equipment posted, but we do not sell that equipment on their behalf, meaning we do not handle any of that monetary exchange or that exchange of equipment that occurs through the Used Equipment Referral Service. As we move to the next slide, it says Iowa AT for All at the top. This is just a review of that website, once again, to demonstrate what this service will allow. It's a resource for Iowans to search for equipment that they are in need of. All individuals who visit this webpage will be prompted to create an account. And then once you log on, you'll be able to search either the Used Equipment Referral Program or the Lending Library inventory. Or again, if you do not specify a specific program, you can search any and all items that are posted. You are then able to bookmark specific items that you're interested in, or you can request a loan of the Lending Library devices directly from their posting. If the item you are interested in falls under the Used Equipment Referral Service, you are then able to contact the individual who posted that, as their contact information will appear on that posting as well. So I'm going to move on into the impacts of daily living tasks for individuals that experience a disability. I'm going to talk mostly from my own experience working with professionals as well as individuals who experience various needs due to a disability or age-related experience. In order to fully view a situation, it's important to obtain a holistic view. So looking at what tasks are being performed on a daily basis, which tasks are being successfully accomplished, and which tasks experience barriers. From waking up, getting out of bed, dressing, cooking, eating, working, recreation, and all other things that occur in an individual's life before they go back to bed. For the purposes of assistive technology, it's important to narrow in on a task of difficulty. For example, Sue needs help in the kitchen is very, very broad and more location related, but Sue has difficulty cutting food is more task related. The image on this slide is of a woman utilizing a raised garden bed while seated on an ergonomic garden cart. In her hand, she holds a radius garden tool as she works with the flowers in the garden bed. The items in this image that are available through our lending library include the ergonomic garden tool she has in her hand, as well as the garden cart that she is seated on, just to provide another example of the variety we have in the lending library. So for this specific situation, the task may be this individual experiences an inability to stand to garden or needs something a little bit higher off sitting on the ground, but still wants to manage their garden independently. So looking in barriers to independence, it is important to identify barriers that impact an individual's independence in regards to their goals and their desires. This may include memory difficulties, focus and redirection, organization, sensory, communication, safety, health, emotion and mood, socialization, recreation, or accessing technology such as a smartphone or a computer. The image on this slide just shows a generic pill box that is longer and has the days of the week marked with one letter on the top. And when the flaps are opened, it has two different sections inside that medication can be placed. To provide some additional examples in hopes that it instigates some questions from the audience members, this specific example, Jordan experiences memory limitations and has accidentally left the stove on when leaving the house. So this is one specific example of a task of daily living that an individual that experiences a traumatic brain injury or a brain injury may associate with, or in all reality, it is a task that many individuals, regardless of having experienced a brain injury or not, may experience. So the considerations for viewing this specific example can start from low tech to high tech, meaning how can the task be adjusted or small, low technology needs be initiated, such as post-it notes on the stove or the front door to remind an individual to check the stove or check the lights or what other items may be left on when leaving the house, to high technology. The image to the left is just a demonstration of an iGuard stove, which would fall into the high technology section. This is more of a computer interface that is attached to a stove and would automatically shut off that stove if there's no movement in front of it for a certain set amount of time, which can be set. So the performance of the task is also incredibly important to consider in regards to the specific individual. When it comes to assistive technology, there are numerous options that may exist, but many of those options may be weeded out initially due to the performance that that specific individual may have. So for this iGuard stove example, depending on the individual, they may or may not have access to adequate Wi-Fi or internet, which is important for this specific device, which may automatically demonstrate that this is not an item that would meet that specific need. So there is a health example that I would like to demonstrate. It's going to take me just a minute to get that one up and running, apparently.
All right, my name is Jason. I've had a lot of problems, well, over the years on my weight. It's pretty heavy. Last year, I went to my doctor and I need to change big time. I have a heart valve on my heart and everything. And over not quite a year ago now, I've been working on my diet stuff. I'm trying to cut down on the food and um, the big thing is I try to walk a lot. Try to at least like, you know, 3 to 5 times a week. Pedometer, that is pretty much a good goal on myself. Every time I see that, it doesn't matter what I want to go. I just want to at least hit the 10,000, and I think that's helped me a lot on that with my weight going down and stuff like that. A new thing I didn't know, all the Hy-Vee, the prices or whatever has numbers on that. When I go to a box of cereal, I kind of look on that too. I mean, the difference between one brand compared to that, the numbers, the higher one.
I hope that participants were able to view that video. If it did not go through as we would hope it did, I was not able to tell from my end. It is available on the Easter Seals Iowa Assistive Technology YouTube channel. In the handouts, I provided the direct link to that. In hopes that it went through, I will still revisit some of the points that Jason shared in that health example. Jason is an individual that experienced a traumatic brain injury, and he desired to advance his health and wellness, but needed some accountability pieces in order to maintain his goal. His goal was overall weight loss, but that is a very overwhelming concept. So to break it down into some more simple versions, we looked at what Jason could change within his diet. In the video, he mentions the new Val at Hy-Vee, which is a system of rating the food that is available. He received a tour from a dietitian from Hy-Vee, which helped him recognize healthier options over some unhealthy options. He also performed some physical activity. He started with just walking, which he utilized a pedometer to maintain that task and to measure how many steps he was taking on a daily basis. As the years progressed, he wanted to then ride his bike. The image on the slide is of Jason riding his bike. He still wanted to track the distance he was going and the time he spent exercising, so he utilizes an odometer attached to his bike, which measures all of those things. And at the end of the day, he's able to write down the distance he went or the time that he spent in order to track that over time so that it is a piece of accountability for him. So this is just an example for Jason what worked, and it will be different for every individual who approaches that. So on the next slide, I have opened it up for some questions, and I would ask individuals to either answer, raise your hand, or post something in the chat box as this comes out. So the first question is, what tasks do individuals you are working with experience difficulty with?
Kim, I'll go ahead and manage those in the question box. So if anybody wants to put your question or answer into there, I'll go ahead and let Kim know. But I'm not seeing any right now.
All right, so I'll read through these others and then I'll move forward. I have another break for more questions in future slides. So another question posted here is, what goals are individuals you're working with have? And the third question, what supports or assistive technologies could be a possible solution? I'll also talk about the picture on this slide is of a young woman who is fishing off of a boat. She's using a tool that allows the fishing pole to be accessed using only one hand. It has a brace on the top of her thigh and an arm that extends over that, which is where the fishing pole itself is held. So it can hold it in one place and she can operate the reel with the use of her hand. So this next slide talks about assistive technology some more. So it is important to avoid abandonment of assistive technology devices by determining what is working and in what environment it is working before purchasing. This webinar and supports are not entirely inclusive and really only a snapshot of possible appropriate supports and services for individuals in Iowa. No one device is a solution for everyone. Although some devices may be really, really cool and we want to make them work, they still may not work. AT is very individualized and should be approached on the individual basis of need. The image on this slide is of an individual using a large key and high contrast keyboard, which helps them visually see the keys as they type. They're also utilizing a wrist rest that is laid in front of the keyboard that they have their hands resting upon. So I want to share an additional resource for assistive technology, which is a booklet that was developed, as well as some resources for where to go and for what. So there is ample information available on websites, including both the Easter Seals Iowa Assistive Technology Center and the Brain Injury Alliance of Iowa. There are also local resources such as local physical therapists, speech-language pathologists, occupational therapists, recreational therapists, school counselors, area education agencies, vocational rehabilitation services. And I'll now move into the screen the booklet that was created that is available, PDF version on the Easter Seals Iowa Assistive Technology website. It's called Solutions, Assistive Technology for People with Brain Injury. This booklet goes through a variety of resources, including how to use the booklet, as well as contents of assistive technology solutions from low-tech to high-tech regarding memory aids, focus and redirection, organizational supports, sensory assistance, communication, safety, health, and many more. So again, that booklet is free of charge for download and for utilization. So I would like to open it up at this time for any questions.
And I'm not seeing any right now. But if I see one, I'll let you know.
All right. Thank you, Annie. So the image on this slide is of a gentleman who's supporting another individual, another gentleman, to lift weights. The individual in the reddish-orange shirt is Joe Hogan, who's one of the co-founders of Train to Inspire. The other individual is the other co-founder of Train to Inspire, Dave Mathis. Dave, who's wearing a gray shirt in this image, has weightlifting cuffs attached to both of his wrists, which provide a metal support, a metal cuff to him to lift weights so that there's not as much strain on his fingertips as he pulls that bar up towards his chest. I would also like to touch on the Rural Solutions Program. So the Easter Seals Iowa Rural Solutions Program supports Iowans with disabilities living in a community of 2,500 or less. This began as a service to support family members and farmers with a disability, though expands across a variety of goals and services. It offers a variety of service, such as agricultural worksite and home modification consultations, peer support, services for the family and support network, information and referrals, and then an access back to the Assistive Technology Center. The image on this slide is of a tractor sitting on some very green grass. And the final slide that I have is of our contact information. Our toll-free phone number is 1-866-866-8272. The TTY number 515-289-4069. Our email is atinfo@eastersealsiowa.org. There are links to both our website, the name of our YouTube channel and LinkedIn account, and a link to sign up for our MailChimp e-newsletter.
Great, thank you, Kim. We do have a question. When people have assistive technology they no longer use, is there a flyer that you could send out that lets them know about your program? Like, do you have a flyer on that?
We do have a one-page handout that I can email to you, Annie, if you would be able to forward it on to the participants.
That would be great. I can definitely do that after this session. We will be doing that. All right, and as everybody go ahead, if you have a question, please go ahead and put it into the question box. As you're doing that, I'll just remind everyone that the Brain Injury Alliance is here if you are in need of any sort of brain injury resources or information. Like Kim had said, we do offer that assistive technology booklet as well. So if you're interested in that and have questions for us too, we can get that to you. And we would be more than happy to connect you with Kim as well. Our resource facilitation program is designed to help connect individuals with brain injury along with their loved ones and the professionals that are serving them to needed supports and services in their communities in Iowa. And just as a reminder, the Brain Injury Alliance of Iowa will be having a one-day family and survivor workshop next Monday, March the 1st, and Kim will actually be exhibiting at that. So if you would like to register for that or would like to come chat with Kim further about their Assistive Technology Center, please feel free to register at our website. And I will go ahead and check our questions again to see if anybody has put anything in. And I don't see any other additional questions, but oh, I'm sorry. We had another comment that, yes, thank you. March 1st is not Monday. It's next Wednesday. I apologize if I had said Monday. It is next Wednesday the 1st. So, Kim, do you have anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up?
No, I don't think I have anything else. That email account you can reach out to, and it can get to myself or another team member directly. And if there are any questions that you perhaps were not comfortable asking in front of the whole group or are more individualized, please do feel free to reach out. We are more than welcome any situation, and I look forward to hearing from hopefully each and every one of you.
Well, thank you, Kim, again for presenting today, and I know this is really helpful information for a lot of people. We did have one last question about the PowerPoint being available later, and yes, it will be. I will go ahead and email that out as well to all the participants as an attachment, so please feel free to let me know if you have questions after you receive that, or if for any reason it didn't go through. But thank you, Kim, again, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. This webinar was recorded, and it should go on to our website and our YouTube page in the next couple of days. So please feel free to check there if you would like to share this webinar with anybody, and give I or Kim a call if you have questions for us. So thank you, everyone, and thank you again, Kim. Have a good day, everyone.